Hello to my Leos. All right, Leos, let's get into it. Let's see where you are expanding. All right. Good luck, good fortune in every area of your lives. Let's get into it. Let's see what this week looks like for you, Leos. Let's go. Let's see what's in your cards. Let us see what's in your cards, Leos. Okay. All right. Mm. Ooh. So judgment could be coming down on some energies that caused a lot of confusion. Some energies that caused a lot of confusion. Ooh. Mm-mm. So there could have been some dark magicians in your life that caused a lot of confusion, right? So this is a generational cycle chain and curse that you are going to be breaking, though, right? So the Judgment card connects us with Pluto, right? So Pluto is the outermost planet, and this is where you're going to be expanding your knowledge and wisdom in terms of your leadership skills, right? So find out what your moon sign is, right? And find out where your sign is in Jupiter. This is what you're going to be doing while you're allowing your body to sync with the rhythms of the moon. Um, so find out what your moon sign is and find out what your Jupiter is. And really take some time this week to really study that, right? As you're rebuilding. Here's the Ten of Wands. Here's the Five of Wands here. And here's the Ace of Wands here, right? So there could be a Capricorn that participated in something. There could be an Aries, another Leo, and Sagittarius. Um, mm, Hold on. Fixed. So this is Pluto. This is fixed, mutable, cardinal. Okay. Give me a second. So I'm seeing two fire energies appear and an earth sign appear. Because I'm seeing causing a lot of confusion around something, right? Um, and putting you in the middle of something, right? And so it's causing you to sort of rebuild, causing some kind of a fight, but your third eye is now wide open. You're now clear about something, right? You're now clear about something, Leos. Causing a lot of confusion. Yeah, that's you see me shuffling the cards. There's an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius sun and or moon. So you would have to pull people's birth charts to find out somebody's sun and or moon is Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, right? The reason I say that is because water has an affinity with moon, and then we have the sun here, right? So that you will be detaching from. Your head and heart are no longer at war with each other, but those energies are under judgment because somebody got you mixed up in some mess, creating a bunch of confusion. But you are now detaching from a karmic cycle, a karmic relationship. You're coming up out of something now. That's why I've been saying this entire time, you all are leaders. When people have you in stuff, Source is saying, sit yourself comfortably on your throne, Leos, and you lead. So people are getting you in stuff, trying to compete, compare, judge. You all comfortably say you don't want your name in mess. Stop the conversation. You don't care what's going on. Your name is Bennett. You are not in it. So now you're at the Ace of Wands. So your inspiration has completely changed. You like, I don't want to be in nothing that's going to cause any kind. I don't want to be a part of no drama. Yep. That involves talking negatively about anybody. If I wouldn't want to say it to me, I'm not going to say it about another human being. Especially when you say you love somebody and you talking negatively about them, I wouldn't want to say it to me, and I'm not going to say it about somebody. That's the 8 of, so you coming up out of that. There's 8 again. There's dark side of 8 is to succumb to passive and powerless behavior or egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, right? So the light side of 8 is to stay focused. So if somebody's saying they love somebody, there's some kind of emotional attachment, and somebody's saying somebody is crazy, and they talk about their loved one, they mentally ill and whatever, saying that they love somebody, no matter how passive it comes across. Well, I didn't know they was mentally ill. I had no idea. You're going to stop the conversation. How in the world you use the word love and crazy in the same sentence, whether somebody's joking, playing, whatever. None of that. That's something that that's something you're serious about. You're going to be like, I don't want to be a part of that conversation. Because that's judgmental. That's very painful. It's very hurtful. You're going to be leading the conversation. No. You can be the youngest one in the room. You over 18, you're going to say, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to be a part of that. That's just causing a bunch of confusion. Because we know how crafty the devil is. What is the motive? Somebody going to ask that. What is the motive? How come that person isn't here in the conversation for you to say that to them in their face? I want to be a part of that conversation. That's what y'all going to start saying. Bring that person here so you can say that to them in their face. How come they not here? You about to feel like you hit the jackpot. Because you get right in any conversation about that, you're like, if they not here, I'm not a part of the conversation. You're going to have me in something. They're going to put you right on the throne. Because you're down to earth and relatable. But you're not buying into other people's fairy tales. That's going to end up being your nightmare. Yeah. So now you have an innate spiritual understanding of how some people work. And you are not on their team. You're on Team Leo. You know how some people work. So your third eye is now wide open. Some people, as soon as they walk out the room, they talk about people behind their back, especially if there's money involved, and they'll do you the same way. Yeah. So you're like, your name is not Boo Boo the Fool. They'll talk about anybody if there's money involved. So if somebody had to see something firsthand in your face, they will talk about anybody behind their back if there's money involved. So you are putting a manhole cover over the past. You like, You had to see something yourself. You're like, you will not be chained to the devil. So you are like, I'm going to head on out. And you ain't coming back. That's what you said. You heading on out. You like, I feel like you dipped. You like, I don't want to be a part of that. Yep. You said that's just how some people are. You just said that's just how some people are wired. So now something is starting to make sense. Now something makes sense. Now something makes sense to somebody. Now something makes sense as to why somebody moved on with their life. And you doing the same thing. You like, oh no. So now you're taking notes. I'm talking to men and women, Leos. Now you had to see something for yourself. And sometimes it take a minute. Sometimes you're like, okay, I need to see something for myself, but something wasn't making sense. Something was confusing for you all at first, Leos, but now you're starting to see something for yourself. Is how people talk about people they say they love, and you trying to figure out what is the motive. Like what? Why? Okay, how you say you love somebody, but then you talk about them behind their back. What's the motive? Something's not adding up here, because money was involved. Mm-hmm. So there you go, success. Mm-hmm. So you're not letting something restrict you. There you go. Yep. So now you're not comparing your gifts to somebody else's, right? So now somebody's like, you know what? When it comes to your high priestess gifts, you're not comparing your gifts to somebody else, but you're going to get out of it what you put into your high priestess gifts. In terms of your intuition, you're never going to compare your high priestess gifts to somebody else. You'll never say my gifts is better than somebody else's. You know, they're dark high priestess and I'm a light high priestess. I know more than somebody else. Somebody had to physically see something before they believed it, right? But see, when you're talking about intuition, you don't necessarily have to see it to believe it. There's a lot of different ways that you get your downloads, right? But somebody had to see something in order to believe it. Now you're on your journey to financial independence. Now you're on your journey to financial independence, right? If you got to compare your gifts to somebody else, that's almost like, again, being in competition. That's the worldly way of thinking, right? So source is trying to raise your frequency to another way of thinking, like of just saying, okay, this is spirit, we're working together. You have gifts, you're working together as a light worker. You're not working for the dark side, you're working for the light side, right? So you can help people to adjust their crown. You're not competing with somebody else in their universe. You can help another person to adjust their crown because they bought into a fairy tale, went on a peculiar journey, and woke up from a nightmare just like you did too. So you're waking up from a nightmare just like other people did. But you had to see something for yourself. You had to see something for yourself about how people will sell their own loved ones out for money. So you have the gift of telepathy, right? So you've had to find your own star, but you are an answered prayer. Listen to your intuition. Somebody has a very bitter ex whose lover wants you. So the answers you seek are coming. It's time to release the burden. Your ancestors are very proud of you. You have a lot of them around you. Love up on yourselves more. Don't give yourselves a headache over it, but it's time to toss some things into a burning bowl. You're dealing with an incubus. The spy is now turned on, right? Yeah, their demon is a demon of lust, right? So pray and meditate. Let go and let God. You have the gift of clairaudience. You hear things clear now, right? So get locked in and laser focused. You have the angel of prophecy and wisdom is with you. Close out the cycle in love. Take a leap of faith. More money is coming to you soon. Something is not as deep as you think it is because you don't have any competition. You really don't. And I've been saying it for months, but sometimes you got to go on your own peculiar journey. You got to see things for yourself. It's like the story of Alice in Wonderland. So she had to follow that white rabbit down the rabbit hole to kind of sort of see things herself, right? She had to go on her own journey. It's like the Matrix. You had to go through, like Neo had to go through that journey, see for yourself, and decide. You had to decide for yourself. So trust your first mind. You're going to start praying and meditating, recognizing that nobody's gifts is better than the other. Everybody has their own gifts, right? So, but never again will you, even if you want to say that your gifts are better than somebody else's, this something is going to remind you of this journey that you just came out of. And so it's expansion from here. So you would have tossed some things into a burning bowl November 30th and December 1st. You're saying it's expansion from here. So find out what your Jupiter is. Your zodiac sign is in Jupiter. Find out what your moon sign is and start pouring into yourself. Get your rest this next couple of days. Allow your body to sync with the rhythms of the moon. So as it's waxing and waning every 2.5 days through these zodiac signs, you're allowing your body to feel what other zodiac signs feel on a regular basis, as their moon signs are feeling what it feels like. Their emotions are waxing and waning, right? Take notes. How do you feel from day to day? Like, how do you feel, right? And sources saying you'll be developing your telepathic gifts. You'll be developing your telepathic gifts. You won't feel the need to compete with anybody. You're on a different journey now. Waves of peace are washing over my body. I find stillness in the eye of the storm. I am stronger than my circumstances. I release all feelings of anxiety. I am free from overwhelm. Today I smile because I'm alive. I am blessed to be here now. All is well and I am healing. So from now on, you won't feel the need to kick up a lot of water when you're moving, like water emotions. You'll just calmly move on. When you notice things, you'll just calmly move on. And people will assume that your calmness and moving on from something is that there must be some ulterior motive. Why did you move on so calmly? People will talk about you. They'll be shady because you calmly moved on. They won't feel like, they'll say, okay, something has changed. How come? That's a Leo. Leos are usually, they're gonna fight. They fighters. How come they didn't come off like that roaring lion? Because that regal lion, that leader, has set up on that throne, adjusted that crown, and said, I don't need to fight. I can just calmly move on. I already prayed about it. I can just move on. I can calmly move on. Reframe. This is happening for me, not to me. I'm so thankful that all of my wants and needs are always met at the perfect time and in perfect way. I'm living the life of my dreams. I acquire everything my heart desires with ease. With ease. All right, let's see what your number is and let's close it out. 333, I am powerful. So yeah, a lot of people are talking about your gifts now. You are being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. Gossip won't even appeal to you anymore. That is what I have for you, Leos. I'll see you all in the next video.